to my channel. It is the real Ijoma here, and I am back with another video. I can't remember the last time I sat down here to film a video. It's been like 6 months since I posted on my second channel, the real Ijoma. So this is the face behind So with Ijoma, and in today's video I want to like pour my heart here. So if you are a fashion designer, if you are a baker, a hairstylist, a nail technician, like if you are into skill, I think this video is for you. So in today's video we are going to be discussing some tips and ideas that has worked for me. No, I don't have money, please, I don't have money, and this I don't have money, but see, I have spent like 3 years in fashion, in this fashion and designing business, and there is something that I have noticed. This is something that is common amongst tailors in particular. Tailors don't really have money. Tailors are not rich people. I always say it. I'm into the business and I'm always saying this, that we tailors are not rich people. Most bakers are not rich people. Most makeup artists are not rich people. Most hairstylists are not rich people. Like, we are on the average. Few of us are even average. Many of us are below average, which is quite discouraging. Before I started this business, one of the things that tried discouraging me is actually the pay, because one of the things that tried discouraging me are the tailors that were there before me. Like, when I look at tailors that has been there before me, I'll be like, wait, is this what I'm going to do? Like, these people are always at the same level. I'm not trying to shame anybody here, but I think we need to change the narrative. Though the narrative is actually changing gradually, but we actually need to do something about it. Do you know, when I was actually working 247, I was not seeing anything, like I was not making anything. People not actually believe me. Like, a lot of people, when they come to my house and they see me sleeping in the afternoon, they will be like, this online thing you are doing, you're no longer sewing because of it. But I am actually saving up more now, more than when I was working 247. Like, I work round the clock. I work in the morning, I work in the afternoon, I work in the night. Most times I sleep in my workspace. But if you ask me for 100,000 naira, I cannot give it to you. Like, I cannot boast of 100,000 naira in my account, but I am always working, which is very shameful, to be honest. Okay, as a makeup artist, you know that your job is risky, right? Like, you travel to states that you don't even, like, you have not been to, you don't even know anyone there. You travel to villages that you don't even know anybody there. Though the pay might be okay, it is fine, but have you asked yourself if you can do this job forever? I know most makeup artists are females. Yes, yeah, they are ladies. Have you asked yourself this question? Are you sure that I can do this thing till like 40 years, then when I'm 40 years or 45? So these are actually the things that we have to put in consideration. So I want to actually give a credit. I want to give credit to Paul Ogo. There was a time that I was lamenting in his DM. I was telling him I wanted to quit tailoring, so I posted something on Facebook and he chatted me up. He was like, why do you want to quit tailoring? I was complaining that the stress is too much, that the pay is not really encouraging, that my family life, my social life, my spiritual life is in danger. My spiritual life especially was down because of this job that I am doing. So I complained a lot, and he asked me, do you have a structure for your business? I was like, sorry, what do you mean by a structure? He didn't answer that question, but I actually researched and I finally found the answer. Do I actually have a structure? Because if you have a tangible structure, if you have, okay, let me just call it vision, you know that this is where this company or this business is heading to, it will actually help you to make arrangements, to make plans now. I don't know if you understand. Let me clear myself. Some of the tips that I'm going to be giving out here may sound old-fashioned, but trust me, they work. I don't want to start forming posh here when I know that these things do not even apply to. Now we understand ourselves. our money doesn't come in millions, in hundreds of thousands. We actually make money in, like say, 5,000, in tens, like 5,000 naira, 6,000 naira, 20,000 naira, in tens, like 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, 15,000 naira, 4,000, 5,000. Let's say at the end of the day, at the end of all this stress, you will be left with like 4,000 naira or 5,000 naira or 6,000 naira. So how do you save up money from this 5,000, from this 6,000 that you are making? It is actually small, and after you must have finished taking care of your bills, you will be left with nothing. So first of all, daily contribution. I know that this sounds stupid or archaic or old-fashioned, but it actually works. Daily contribution has actually worked for me. Like the first year I started, that was in 2020. First, second day, it was within the first, second day of my business, COVID came, and it actually shattered tailors. It shattered anyone that was into skill, because most of us are into like makeup, baking, hairstyling and all that, and these are things that people do when there is movement, when they are going to somewhere or something like that. So during that period, I started doing this daily contribution. I started with 200 naira. I bought a card. I started with 200 naira. Please, before you do it, disclaimer, before you do this, try and find people that are trustworthy, or do this with a bank. There are banks that are into daily contribution, because a lot of people have been scammed this way. So start this daily. It is funny, right? It is old-fashioned, right? But please, if you have a shop close to the roadside, it will be easy for you, because they can come to your shop and collect the money from you. So I started with 200 naira. From 200 naira, I bought another card, 500 naira. 500 naira, I bought another card for 1,000 naira. And that was what saved me. At the end of 2020, I couldn't pay my shop rent. To be honest, I couldn't afford to pay. Some people say you are married. I know I am married, but aside your husband, can you pay your shop rent? So, but this daily contribution thing actually saved my life. I wasn't feeling it that much when I was removing the 500 naira. Like, this is something that you cannot even feel. That 200 naira you are removing, you will not feel it, but at the end of the day, you will have like your money in bulk. Because one thing in our business is that, our money does not come in large, like 100,000, 200. It doesn't come in large numbers. So they come in 5,000 naira. So saving up 300k is actually hard for people that are into handwork. It is actually hard, because if you are into business, maybe God will bless you, you can save that amount of money in a week. But it may be hard for a tailor, it may be hard for a barber, it may be very hard for a baker to save up that amount of money like immediately under 1 month, or it will take us time. So start saving small, because this will actually make it easy for you. So have it in mind that, okay, in 2 years I want to start up this business. Buy a card. You know what you do? Buy a card, write your name and all that, and you can label it as fabric business. You can just name what you want to use that money for. That will be a source of motivation to you. So every day, drop 200 naira there. Every day, if it's 500 naira, drop it. If it's 100 naira or 1,000 naira, be dropping it there. You actually save, so that in like a year time, 2 years time, you can start up another business. So by the time you are getting weaker on this one, you are getting weaker, like maybe out of the stress of the type of job you are doing, maybe the makeup is stressing you, or the bakery is stressing you, or the hairstyling or tailoring is stressing you. By the time you are getting older and weaker, the other business that you have been feeding must have matured. I don't know if you understand. It must have matured, and now it will be feeding you, so that you will not end up like a lot of tailors. A lot of tailors are still 70 years and they are sewing because they didn't save, they didn't invest. I don't want us to be like them. As I'm talking to you, I don't have money, but I already have that dream in my head. I know that by this time in the next 4 years, my social business will be at this level. I don't know if you understand. Not as if I'm doing them now, but I know that the ones that I have done has gotten me to succeed. The second one is that the second thing that you can do is storage. Storage is actually old-fashioned, right? And it is something that you can do in remote areas. You cannot really do it in town if you are in town. But even if you are in town, there are some ways that you can. There's some other form of storage that you can actually put your hands into. This is dirty, right? Because this storage business can be dirty sometimes, right? But it actually pays. So what you are going to do is that you need to find the type of storage that you can do. I don't know, some people, crypto is a kind of storage to me, but if you cannot do it, you can store red oil, you can store ABC or bono. There are so many things that you can store. Okay, my mom is actually into storage. My mom used to be a fashion designer, and I learned this from her. My mom used to be a fashion designer, so you know what, like every year she will save up like 50,000 naira and store like 2 bags of ABC or 3 bags. Back then I was small then, so she has been doing this, and from 1 bag of ABC she entered 2, from 2 to 4. From there she started storing like 50 bags, 30 bags. If you have money, you can even store 100 bags. So from there she saved up money and entered oil business, like, but now she's no longer into it, but she once did that, and she couldn't do it if she was focused on sewing every time. She did it because she actually had a dream. She told herself that she cannot be a tailor forever. So from there she started storage, and you know, storage can boost your money. Like you can invest 100,000 naira in storage, and at the end of the day you have like 200k or 300k. So that was how she saved up money, and she used that money to like enter the major business. But right now, as I'm talking to you, she is back to storage again, and it is actually saving our life. Now she's into cola and bitter cola. She's into cola nuts and bitter cola. So this is some businesses that you can ask questions about. Start with somebody that has a good knowledge. And please, if you want to store something, do not store something that is based on like probability. Maybe next year to sell, maybe next year, maybe this year, maybe just like that. All these maybe businesses, I won't advise you to invest in any maybe business. No, anyone that you are going to invest in, make sure that at least 20% profit to enter. I don't know if you get, because we are actually working so hard for this money. This money that we are working for is hard. Like, we are toiling. This is something that I have done. I know how hard it is, and that is why I am here telling you to start now, start saving now, start reinvesting. Another thing that you can make money from is trainings. Please, if you are skilled, do not take trainings for granted. When I started this business, I hated training because I don't like talking. Students that learned from me, the first set of students that I trained can confirm this thing that I'm saying right now. They can tell you guys that I Ijoma, hate teaching, but right now I am passionate about it. Not like I am passionate, but since money is involved, I am passionate about it. I don't know if you understand. So if you have a good skill that is paying you, please train people. Collect your money now, because see, this industry is getting saturated day by day. The makeup industry, the baking industry, hairstyling, nail art and all that, the industry is getting saturated by the day. So for you to sit down in your shop and continue waiting for a client, you must have gotten to this stage where job is chasing you from my shop, like jobs are chasing you out from your shop. But right now, as I'm talking to you, all these industries are getting saturated. So if you are in the teaching wing, or if you are in the teaching aspects of any industry, you will cash out. Do you know why? There is no job in Nigeria. Once most people graduate, after graduation, upon graduation, they will start looking for a skill to learn. And after learning this skill, the number of the skilled people in that industry will keep on increasing. If you check right now, we have a lot of good makeup artists, we have a lot of good tailors, a lot of good bakers, a lot of good, like very good hairstylists, very good nail technicians. They are good. Like nobody is bad now, everybody is good. So the thing is that you can actually benefit from training people. If you have a good skill, train people. I'm telling you the truth, because a lot of people want to learn. So if God has blessed you with knowledge, take advantage of that knowledge and train people, because you cannot keep on hustling forever, like hustling for clothes, hustling for makeup job. You have to like be like invest in yourself, gain more knowledge so that you can train. And one good thing about training, I'm saying this out of experience, one good thing about training is that training is actually one of the ways where you can make money in large numbers. Because sewing one cloth, before you save up 100,000, you will do like this. I'm 100% sure you have to like work your ass off before you save up 100,000 naira. But training, you can actually collect 100,000 naira from one student. You can actually collect 50k from one student. Maybe every year you will train like 20 students. Let's say 50k from 20 students is how much? 20k times 20. Even if it is 5k, do you know sometimes you can organize a class and reduce and slash the price. Maybe I am hosting so class 3,000 naira or 5,000 naira. Maybe anytime you notice that a holiday is coming up, you can fix a class and you can collect like 5,000 naira from each person. If you can get up to 20 students, if you can get up to 10 students, calculate the 10,000 naira times 10 or 10,000 naira times 20. That is 200k, right? You can spend 50k, you can spend 100k and keep the other 100k, because you know that before you sew and save 100k, it will take time. Before you sew and before you make people up and save 200,000 naira, it will take time. So you can organize classes, physical classes, online classes, any form of class. This is a business that I'm into. I'm not supposed to be sharing this knowledge, but if you are a skilled person, like people, not everybody is blessed, but if you are blessed with this knowledge stuff, I think you should take advantage of it. Train people. It will actually help you. You can save money. You can save money. Like you can even open an account for each training you are doing. You can tell them to pay into this account. So another way that you can save up money is through, I don't know how to say it, like through having a fixed deposit account. See, this is something that I did. The house I'm staying in right now, this a place that I'm making this video from, they actually gave me a quit notice here. So I'll be leaving this place as soon as possible because I am working from home and that is not allowed here, I know. So when that notice came, I didn't have shishi. I didn't have money. Like, I know what I'm saying. I didn't have like anything, but there is this account that I opened in January this year for me to like show you guys how good saving is. Like saving will save your ass. For you guys to know how good it is, I opened that account in January. I told my sister, see, Emily, I want to open a fixed deposit account. So when I reached the bank, the procedure, the requirements was much. So I was like, see, I know what I'm saying. I want to open an account that I cannot touch. So the guy that is working in the bank actually helped me to open an account. So what I did was that I opened a normal account and I had to freeze it. So the account is like frozen, you cannot do anything. Sorry. So I opened that account and I had to freeze it by myself. Like, you open the account and request for freezing, like they will freeze the account so that you cannot touch it. You will not have an ATM. You can only deposit or you cannot withdraw. Even if you have a mobile app for that account, you cannot take out anything from that account because you froze it by yourself. I don't know if you understand. So this is actually a good way you can save. So I opened that account and at the end of the, like every month, if I feel like I have excess like small money, I will transfer it to that account, 20k, and I remove my eyes. If I borrow somebody money and they want to pay back, I'll tell them to send it to this so account. So any money that enters there is not coming out And before you can unfreeze an account, before you can defreeze or unfreeze, I don't know how to put it, the process will actually take time. And if you calculate the time you spend in the bank just to like lift that this thing you placed on the account, you'll be like, you give up. So the best thing for you is to find somewhere else that you can collect money from and solve that particular problem. Having such accounts will actually limit you, like you cannot take out anything. So that is actually a good way you can save. And then you can start up a side business. That's another point. Start up a side business. If you are into makeup, you can start buying small products that you know that will sell. Do not invest in anything that will finish your money. See, I have tried weaving, I have tried selling sewing materials. They didn't work for me because I didn't do like a proper market survey. I didn't know that in my area this business is not something that you can start up in the streets. You have to be at some strategic points, some strategic areas before you can sell out. So that was the mistake I made. So if you want to start up a side business, start the one that you know that the current clients you have can buy that. Like if you are selling clothes, do not go and start. If you are into tailoring, do not go and start selling whatever. You can start with products that are close to what you are doing, so that the current clients you have can take it up from there. So before you know it, that business will be like growing gradually. So that is it. Then finally you can start up a YouTube channel. I am saying this because I know this is something that you people know me already. So start up a YouTube channel. The money is not too much, but it will actually do a lot for you. So if you are talented, take advantage of your knowledge. Start a YouTube channel now. It will take you like a year, 2 years to build it, but you will never regret doing it. Though it is consistency and it is hard, but you will not regret it. And one thing about skills is that every day new methods are coming out, so you will never run out of content. That is one thing with having a skill. You will never run out of content. Every day a new thing will come out, people will pick it up from there. So that's it. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, just try and subscribe to my channel. Just do me a favor by subscribing and clicking on the like button, so that a lot of people can get to see this video. I love you guys so much. I still remain the real Ijoma. See you guys in my next video. Bye.